Hi guys, good afternoon. So we are here to discuss what? Already we have finished RTP for the Jan 26. This is regarding the MTP1. This is MTP1 for the Jan 26. We are here to discuss the MCQ part. Okay, MCQ. So let's start. Okay. So 30 marks is the MCQ as you are aware. Okay. So can you say first one? CA Ram and Krishna are close friends and into practice as sole proprietor. Both decided to expand their focus on taking up more assignments in GST. On the back of the same, they decided to conduct joint training session for the clients on GST, decided to share fees collected. They invited another CA from their professional to join the initiative. However, the person declined the same, informing that it is against ethics would lead to disciplinary action. Now, what they want would conducting the joint training session on GST lead to the professional misconduct as per CA Act. But as I've already told in the RTP discussion, what whenever you get professional ethics question, see whether this is section 2, section 5, section 6, section 7, 8, whether it is sections of C Act. Then see whether it is clauses. Now there are 35 clauses are there. Then you see whether it is council, guidelines, regulation, or check whether it is ESB. Here they are going to conduct the joint training session on GST and they are going to share the fees. But can I get a reply where we have studied this? Allowed or not allowed? Can you reply that first? Answer is allowed. Where it is said allowed? Out of this, where it is said? It is in the ESB decisions. Very good. That's right. Very good, girls. Boys. Now, yes, it is clause 2, part 1 for schedule. Now, what is clause 2, 1, 1? Can you say the keyword? What is clause 2, 1, 1? Pay or allows. Agree to pay or allow. In that, they don't say this. Second, will be held guilty as per part 4 other misconduct. See, in other misconduct, part 4, they say civil or criminal offense exceeding not exceeding 6 months and disrepute. It's not covered there. So it is neither A or B. In case the solicitation of the client can influence, there are solicitation under clause 6, part 1 first schedule. There also they don't talk about training sessions. So as you rightly said, no. No means is it guilty? Not guilty. As per the recent decisions of ESB, it is permissible. So the answer is D. And I hope this technique works. First see section, then see clause, then think about the guideline, then think about ESB. Can we go to second? CA Harsh was auditing the quarterly financial results prepared in accordance with Regulation 33 for SEBI. The financial results are prepared using recognition and measurement as per Ind AS. These financial results will be hosted in the website. Should such a report include key audit matter? Can you say this is quarterly financial result? Auditing means checking. Which type of engagement? Is it audit or is it review or is it assurance or related services? Auditor himself doing the quarterly financials checking. It is basically review. Review, how many standards are there? Let's revise. SRE, how many SRE is there? 2400 SRE, 2410. Here, auditor auditing. So, which standard will apply? 2410. Now, key audit matter is mandatory for which entities, It is mandatory for listed entities. Auditor, reviewer, or both are. We have learned in SA 701. CAM is mandatory for audit of what? An audit of full financial. Here it is only review. So can you say? No. SA 701 applies only for audit. Yes, 701 applies for this also. No, 701 applies to review. Yes, 701 applies to audit of listed entity. Here it is not audit, it is review. For review, SA is not applicable, it is SRE. So which is the correct option? A, B, C, D? Can you say? See, those who are saying yes, I'm asking you whether it is applicable or not. Answer is not applicable. So it is either A or C. Which is better? Answer is A. For review, SA is not applicable. It is basically SRE. So answer is A. Only for audit, not for review. Can we go to question number 3, please? During the statutory audit of Surat branch, the auditor observed that Surat branch had created single uniform provision of 0.4 on all standard advances without classifying sector-wise. On inquiry, branch manager explains that since all accounts are standard, there is no need to apply different provision rates. Which of the following is most appropriate? See, generally, for standard asset, it is 0.4 provision for bank. However, there are cases when it is not 0.4, like 0.25, etc. So, is he right in applying blind 0.4 for everything? Answer is no, not proper. So, can you say which is the answer? Accept the provision. Provision for standard is required at variable rates for different sector. Ignore, accept. So answer is very easy, which is B. Are you clear with the 3 individual MCQ? If so, can we go to the scenarios, guys? Can we go to the scenarios? Scenarios, what we will do usually, directly go to the questions, then we will read back. Is that okay? But before the exams, we should apply only those policies which we will do in the exam hall. That you have to practice now. Like a warm-up. I'm here to guide you, don't worry. So, first question. In the given case, cyber attack technique encountered by the company is known as. Totally, how many? Those who have left digital auditing, it is very easy chapter, don't leave it, at least for MCQs. So, Eda, how many cyber attack? Come on, can you say totally how many types of cyber attack is there? There are 8 types. Very good. Wow. First, when a program or code is introduced, it's called as the malware. Then, flooding of the network. It is called as denial of service. Email website. It's called as, very good. Put a email or website through. They give false. It's called as spoofing. Then, sending of messages, voices. It's called as, that's right, Kuta, phishing. Very good. Then you have IoT, Internet of Things. Then you have identity-based attack. Then you have DNS, domain name system. One thing I left off. Anything? Anyone you can say? 4, 5, 6, 7. What? Very good. Insider threat. I'm happy that you guys learned this. Very good. Here, what the company is facing. Can you go back to the case scenario? Can you read the case scenario? Where's the case scenario? I think this is the para. Yes. Question number 4. During the year, the chief finance officer received a realistic voice message. And a voice, hello, voice. Voice stands for V, voice. Known from vendor Apex, detailing the last minute to change their bank details. Upcoming 45 lakh. The message seems urgent and was syntactically correct, mimicking the vendor's typical style. CFO pressed for the time, verbally approved without calling back. Very good. That's right. Eda, phishing ile. How many types of phishing you have learned? Can someone say? Phishing. Eda, think of fisher. First, 4 types, right? Spear. Then big, wailing. Voice. The V stands for voice, wishing. One more, message, SMS, S, smishing. Here it is, which one? Voice alle. So voice stands for V. V is for what? Come on, wishing. See, IoT is, can you say what is IoT? IoT is device. Alexa, ransomware is money. Mobile is like unsecured Wi-Fi, mobile ransom, mobile malware. Here it is voice, so the answer is wishing. But those who have learned in the way in which we said, isn't it easy to identify? And a reply, we have spent time and learned this. Don't omit this, okay? Priyadarshini, it is easy, Kuta. 2 marks you will get like this. 2 marks. 1 MCQ is 2 marks. Okay. And can I go to the next one? No, can we go to the next one? Next one. 5th. Considering the facts given in the case relating to loss, deficiency of internal control leading to fraud, which is the most appropriate reporting implication? Here you have to go to case study. Can we go back? Where is internal control? Can you check? Here, this one. Internal control. You saw question 5. The statutory auditors of Messrs. A and P determined company's internal control over disbursement were deficient, particularly regarding change management for vendor. The loss, though material, material was determined not to be pervasive. Material, but not pervasive. So without even seeing the option, can you say which one? Material, not pervasive. Because of this internal control, financials, there is an impact. Answer is qualified. Essay 705. Now go to Q5. Adverse opinion, disclaimer, qualified, unmodified. So the answer is very clearly it is C. Now guys, listen carefully. In RTP, I guided you how to go about in emerging area. In emerging area, you remember BRSR is mandatory for top 1000 listed company, integrating report voluntary for top 500 listed entity, 6 capital, 9 principles in BRSR, 3 sections. Okay, now you say. The management of Technova decided to prepare statement regarding environmental social governance, ESG. If the company were to follow SEBI mandate, which report it would give for the top 500 listed entities? Is it CSR? Is it integrated reporting? Is it BR? Is it director's responsibility statement? Eda, they have asked you mandate, mandate, mandate. It is top 1000, but in our case, our company is in top 500. Mandatory is which one? Ah, very good. C. Integrated reporting is voluntary. Now, those who have left chapter 18, after that RTP, do you get that crux? How to get hold of at least for the MCQs? Okay. Mandate is BRSR. Here they have said mandate, na? Okay. Can we go to the next one? Can Messrs. A&P Associate accept the offer to provide internal audit services for the current financial year's quarter? What is happening? I think we'll read the question. Where is the question? Here. The management, impressed by auditors' in-depth IT knowledge during the fraud investigation, okay, proposed to appoint A&P to provide internal audit services for the quarter. An auditor and internal auditor for the same company. Is it allowed? Answer is no. Section 144 of Companies Act prohibits. Professional ethics in a substantial interest. Under section 144 not allowed. Substantial interest. Clause 4, part 1, second schedule. Review threat. So what's the answer? Yes. Answer is no. Which no is correct? Statutory auditor of a listed company cannot provide internal auditor to the same company. Statutory auditor can provide internal audit if the company is not listed, which is correct option. Whether it is listed or unlisted, it is applies, not only for listed. So answer is C. See, this is relating to professional ethics. This is relating to chapter 18 BRSR. The last one related to chapter 7 reportings. Before that, this is relating to chapter, what you call, digital auditing, chapter 12. So you saw in integrated MCQ, 4 chapters. So can you take rest for 1 minute and then say proceed? We have only 15 MCQs. We have reached half, 7 over. Hello, Q8. Okay. Okay. Can you read? This is a case scenario. Okay. So we are following our approach. Go to the question and read back. Read. What was the immediate responsibility of Pinnacle and Associate in respect of issue of limited report at the time of resignation on 25th November 2024? Ada, you remember, basically, this is listed company. When you resign from the listed company audit, you have to see three things. If you resign within 45 days from the end of the quarter, you will give report for that quarter. If you resign after 45 days from the end of the quarter, you will give report of such quarter and next quarter. Now assume you are resigning after giving 3-quarter report. 3-quarter report you have already given. Then you can resign only after giving the report for last quarter and full financial year. This you have learned in chapter 7, reporting. Correct. Can you acknowledge whether you have heard this? Within 45 days means such quarter you give and go. After 45 days means such and the next quarter you should finish. If you finish 3 quarters, then give last quarter and full year and go. Why? Because it is a what entity? Listed. Now can you say he is resigning on which date? 25th of November. 25th of November means after which quarter? Isn't it after quarter 2? After quarter 2, is it within 45 days or after 45 days of the end of the Q2? But Q2 in 45 days means October, on or before November 15th. If he resigned within quarter. Now after Q2 within 45 days means November mid. Either after November mid. So it is after 45 days. If it is after 45 days, which all report he should give? Such a quarter and next quarter. Which is such a quarter? Da? Q2. Which is next quarter? Q3. So he can resign only after giving Q2 and Q3. Meaning he has done which quarter? All 3 quarter. Now are you following? Once done all 3 quarter, he can resign only after giving full year also. Are you clear? In class, I used to say, if you want to resign, you resign before 15th of November. Otherwise, you have to do full year and go. So, limited review of Q3 is required to be issued. Audit report of full year. Q3 only, Q1 and Q2, Q3. So, the answer is, since you have to issue for Q2 and Q3 also you did, 3 quarter over. So, give full year also. So, answer is, which one? A, B, C, D. Answer is A. Chapter 7, it's there. Can we go to the next one? Q9. Which of the following responsibility of CA Rishi? Rishi is my son's name. Okay. When management refused to remove the said limitation. So, Ada, limitation is said in 2 essays. Anyone who can reply? If the limitation is before accepting audit, it is essay 210. If limitation is after accepting the audit, 705. You'll communicate with TCWG, management, you'll perform alternative. If not, disclaimer or withdraw. right? Now, you can read the options, but you have to read case study also. Communicate matter with TCWG, determine if possible to perform alternative procedure, obtain sufficient evidence. We will read case study. Yeah? Second, determine whether possible to perform alternative and obtain sufficient evidence. Determine possible of additional procedure and obtain sufficient evidence. Can I ask you, is it additional or alternative if there is a limitation? Addition means extra. Alternative means it is something else. It is alternative. Okay, what is this here? Alternative. Okay. So it's not additional. So cut off. Request for written representation. Written representation is not a substitute. So can you say whether it A or B? But for that, you have to read the question. A or B, which is in your mind, guys? All of you are saying A. Very good. Can you read this part for question number 9? Read this, da. Messrs. Pinnacle and Associate are appointed to conduct the audit. Okay, CA Rishi, he noticed that TCWG are also involved in managing the entity, meaning here TCWG and management are same. Did you miss that? You have to read case. I said go to the question. Here management and TCWG are same. Already management refused. Management and TCWG are same. Is there any point in communicating again with TCWG? No. So answer is not A, it is B. How was it twist, guys? Eppadi? Enganeyunda? How is it? So that's why I said don't miss the question. Please note every time you have to read back to the case scenario. Can I go to the next one? Hello, can you say Q10? Okay, and I'll just edit this date as 15th November. I feel it should be. If the auditor proposed to resign on 15th November, 15th November means within 45 days. 15th November means within 45 days. Okay. By issuing limited review report of second quarter, what will be the responsibility of Pinnacle with respect to withdraw? Can you say if it is within 45 days of the quarter, which report you have to issue? Within 45 days of Q2, within. So you have to issue report of only which quarter? Only report of Q2. Then you can withdraw. So can you read and say which is the correct answer? Shall communicate with TCWG, the misstatements identified, and give report for second and third. That's why I edited within. The auditor shall communicate with management and TCWG and need not be more. And review report was not required to be issued at all. Shall communicate with TCWG that possible effects of misstatement could be material and pervasive, so qualification. See, report you have to issue only of second quarter. Here, material and pervasive. Do you give a qualified if it is material and pervasive? If it is material and pervasive, then you will give disclaimer, not qualified. Now, Auditor shall communicate with TCWG matters regarding misstatement giving rise to qualification and issue report of second quarter. So the answer is, very good. Answer is D. Here, why it was wrong? Because of mainly qualification. So the answer is D. Hello, can we go to last question? Last? No, second last. Whether in the given circumstances, withdrawal was mandatory, and if so, what is the responsibility with respect to such a withdrawal? But a withdrawal was mandatory. In such case, what will be your option? In the given case, when he decided to withdraw 25th of November, 25th of November means after 45 days. So you have to withdraw only after giving full year report. Full year, what opinion will you give? Limitation, material and pervasive. You will give what opinion? You will give disclaimer. Then only you can withdraw after full years. So can you read the option? In the given case, withdrawal was mandatory. Since withdrawal from the audit before issuing the report was not possible, he is required to issue disclaimer. Second, withdrawal from the engagement was mandatory. The auditor is required to withdraw from the audit. Can you withdraw from the audit without giving full year's report in the given case? Answer is no. So this is not the option. In the given case, withdrawal from engagement was not mandatory. In case of withdrawal, auditor may withdraw and practicable. Here they said withdrawal is mandatory. Again. So answer is, he should have given a disclaimer of opinion and then he can consider withdrawal after the full year. So the answer is A. Are you following? No. For the adverse opinion, you go for material misstatement. For disclaimer, you go for unavailability of evidence. Both are different. Here, limitation. Whenever limitation is either disclaimer or qualified, no question of adverse. Limitation means I did not get. Can we go? No question of adverse. Okay. Assuming, what was it? Assuming Jupiter Limited is an unlisted company, whether reason for resignation is proper. But if it is an unlisted company, do you need to see Q1, Q2, Q3? Answer is no. Now they are saying about reasons for resignation. You had an eye opener now. Don't ignore the case study. Can you go back to case study where they said reason for resignation? Here. Q12. After following the due procedures applicable in the circumstances, finally Rishi with the team concluded that undetected would be material and pervasive, qualified as inappropriate. Which opinion? Disclaimer should be given. Accordingly, he proposed to withdraw from the engagement. In the resignation letter, see, they mention professional preoccupation as reason. But check out our notes. Haven't we said professional preoccupation should not be a reason as per ICI? This reason is not acceptable. We can't do, how you can say? So reason is unacceptable. They have asked you whether it is proper. Proper? No. Which no is correct? Auditor should clearly mention reasons for resignation in the letter. Reason should have been little extensive. Further exact reason must be provided. The reason itself is wrong, not extensive. Reason itself is wrong, da. They should say the exact reason, not some other reason. So, answer is, they should mention it clearly. Extensive means what? Elaborate the professional preoccupations, huh? The reason itself is wrong. How was this case? Mostly it was relating to withdrawal from the audit. Chapter 7 it was. Mostly it's from chapter 7. Hello, Unstoppables. If you're ready, we will go to the last one. With that over. Can you give me a ready if you are ready? Okay. Directly go to the question. Here. The trainee asked the management, asked the audit team required to perform any procedures for investment in Titan's Limited Metal Core. What is this? Question 13. Can you read back? Titan. Where is this word you see? Titan metals. Where is it? Helix. There. Can you read? Recently, Titan Metal set up another company, Metal Core, by acquiring 48% of equity, only 48. Titan Metals holds complete control over composition of board of directors, giving its absolute power over key financial and operating decisions. The company is listed in stock exchange and net worth. Did you see this sentence? Complete control over composition of board of directors. Didn't we learn in group audit chapter 13? What did you learn? When a company will become subsidiary, as per section 2, subsection 87 of Companies Act, when a company will become subsidiary, two cases. When you have majority holdings or not majority, you have control over composition of board of directors. Haven't we learned this? Control over composition of board of directors. These two cases, it will be subsidiary. Here it is only 48. That's okay. But control over composition makes a company subsidiary holding. Don't miss this sentence, this one. Can I go to question? The company need to prepare consolidated financials. Same needs to be audited by auditor. Auditor needs to consider financial information. Assess regarding need to use the work of component auditor. Auditor needs to perform procedures on investment balances and transaction. Auditor need not to perform any procedure. Both A and B. Now, whenever there is a consolidation, first thing what you have to do is what? You will check financial information and you will be using the work of another auditor, SA 600. Plus, you will also perform regarding how much investment related party. Related party is a current period adjustment, intra-group transaction. So both A and B has to be seen. So the answer is which one? You have to see the related party, plus you have to see the using the work of another. So the answer is B. Are you getting the point? Come on. Next one. The trainee asked about role of auditor in case investment increased to 62%. Can I ask you something? How much is the investment in the current case? 48. 48. Very good. It increased to 62%. Does it change the subsidiary holding relationship? Here, even though it is less than 50%, it is still subsidiary. Why controlled? Even though it is raised to 62%, does it change the relationship of holding and subsidiary? Answer is no. Why? Because already control over board of directors, even though 48% it was considered subsidiary. So if you acquire more itself, it is still considered as subsidiary only. Subsidiary തന്നെയാണ്. It is subsidiary only. Now, can you say, because of this change, what is the effect they are asking? Auditors should also do the audit of group financials since consolidation becomes applicable. The right or wrong? They said since it increased to 62, consolidation became mandatory, so audit. Either right or wrong? Right or wrong? Wrong. Why? Even before this, consolidation was mandatory. Next. The auditor needs to do audit of subsidiary to get comfort. Ada, do we need to do the audit of subsidiary? That is another auditor. You can use the work of others. Wrong. Auditor can either on its own or audit or use the work of subsidiary to get comfort over subsidiary in the next year. Auditor need not do any procedures compared to the last year, except for increase in investment and related disclosure. C or D are correct. See what has happened from 48, it increased to 62. But already you are doing the audit of consolidated. What you have to check, that additional increase only you have to check. Standing is same, subsidiary holding only. So answer is D. Are you clear? Okay. Last one. Ada, with this MTP is over. MCQ is over. Now last. With respect to the fees charged with the new assignment, which options can be opted? What is a new assignment? Here. Last sentence, watch out, guys. Hearing about the effective, this one, last question, Q15. Hearing about the effective services were approached by a cooperative society to act as the auditors. The firm accepted fees charged based on percentage or 15,000. And a percentage of fees, which clause came to your mind? And a professional ethics da? Chapter 19. Very good. Clause 10, Part 1, first schedule. As per council regulations, you remember regulation number? I've asked you to study that. Regulation number, exemptions are there. Very good, 192. There are certain exemptions. Auditor of cooperative society can charge fee based on percentage. Allowed. This is allowed, this is also allowed. Charge 15,000, charge percentage. One only, two only, neither, both are allowed. Since it is cooperative society, it can be percentage. So answer is D. Are you clear? So that's it, guys. With that, we are coming to the end of MCQs of MTP 1. I hope it was useful. And guys, those who are watching it online in the YouTube, please say how's the video and keep going. And that's it. It is time nearing your exams. Give your maximum effort. You put your 200%, but keeping in time your what you call, you have to see in your mind, your mental as well as physical health should be maintained, and keep going. And it's last leg of the race. You have done this much. You have studied, you have revised. And I always feel at this point of time, workout is more needed rather than reading. Okay. So keep going, buddies. We will be successful.